All right, we got ourselves another impossible mission to accomplish, and Tom Cruise is nowhere to be seen. So let's see what we got.
We're still in deepest, darkest India.
Heck, Rajat is carrying half of it at
Oh,
all times.
damn it. Well, and hey, never hurts to have a spare power source.
You know
Yeah,
what?
I know.
That thing on his staff.
Makes you wonder why you can't
What's
just use
supposed to be
both.
like a robe worth a heart?
It's supposed to be half of the heart.
It
Yeah,
looks more like a
he carries
boot.
half the heart with him. Does look like that.
It just looks like he's holding a stick with a boot attached.
Oh, here's what I don't get. So he's using that satellite to collect information on us. It's like he clearly knows we're here.
Yeah, so why don't you just send his mooks on us?
What kind of reception
know.
does he get here?
With elephant-driven perception? I don't know. But yeah, we need to
With
stop that.
elephant technology.
I guess in all fairness, though, I guess his mooks can't quite use the power of mushrooms and vines quite as good as we can. So that's
They don't know
that's
how
why-
to use them.
Exactly.
But these things can jump really high up onto rooftops if they need
Oh,
to.
oh god.
Yeah, they
Jeffrey, you're in the shot.
Excuse me, a little to the right, my good sir.
Get out of the shot, get out of the shot.
So we need to get rid. Of that satellite.
This is one of those times where the game starts to push its eat for everyone boundaries.
Was it?
Oh yeah.
Well, this is
The spices.
Well, yeah. We'll also remember. Jeffrey, your crotch is in the way. We'll remember that. We'll remember this for later because this will play a part later. The spices in this area, if you eat too many, it drives your hormones insane, and you go like extremely like rage-induced.
It's pretty much a child-friendly euphemism for drugs.
It's steroids.
That's what it is, basically.
Basically. Oh, there you go.
Oh crap! He didn't die. He didn't do the fall damage thing. Whatever.
Just use your smoke screen. Get out of there.
I didn't buy it.
Are you fucking serious?
I didn't buy it. I was saying. Okay, this is the thing. I've been playing this game, and I've legitimately ended up in places where I had to just grind for coins because I didn't save up enough to buy the story relevant items.
Quick question.
So I'm wanting to make sure I get those first. Got a spice blade.
What were those?
Go ahead.
What were those brown things that the monkey was throwing at you?
Num num num.
Rocks?
They all
Okay.
throw them. It's not just the monkeys. They all throw them. So I don't know what they are.
No,
throw
spices.
burning
They're
hot coals at you.
throwing spice at you.
Maybe. I will say
Yeah, powdery
though.
like spice.
Man.
I will say though, Icky, I agree with you. If you watch the animation, they always reach behind them to dig at something, and then they throw it at you.
Yeah.
I'm worried.
Well, they are monkeys,
Another
so.
More spice.
And I love how Sly just whiffs at them before he puts them in his pocket.
I like
I
how
will
the
say-
atoms
Yeah,
are
basically.
so
He wants to make sure
muted
they're
in
good.
color or in color saturation that they just blend into the background.
Right. I will. Kind of. I will say
Admittedly,
one-
this is one of my least favorite areas in the game, only because
I-
it's just everything blends in with each other.
I can agree.
it
This
is
isn't
easy
one of
to
my
get
favorite
lost.
levels. In fact,
Unless
I
you have
would-
something like those indicators pointing right at the spice plants, you would never know they were there.
True. I will admit, like looking back on it, like all the revisit, like all these second chapters always felt like the most arduous when it comes to their level design.
They feel
If not,
needed.
if not,
I thought that-
if not because of all the trees that are blocking the way of all your signals, it could be the fact that some levels are just way too fucking big for their own sake. Looking at you, Prague.
Not to mention they just
Or
feel
not Prague.
safe.
I thought
it
the
was,
Canada.
or some part of Prague.
It was Prague and also Canada.
Right.
Oh,
I was about to say, I thought the Canada one wasn't that offensive about it.
Canada.
was fun.
Yeah, another thing about it, Canada was the only exception. That one was
Prague
pretty good.
just felt. Prague to me just felt like a slog.
Prague sucked.
Prague is a slog.
But what was I
Well,
saying?
actually, we'll
Sorry,
get into
but-
it later, but I actually have experience in Prague.
Really?
You've
Like
been there
actual
before?
Prague?
Yeah,
Oh.
but we'll get to that later.
Okay. Oh, while we're on the topic of the poo and the monkey, and sorry, just because it's a quote from a movie that I know Hype will appreciate. If you have any poo, flick it down.
That.
Huh?
It's like, I heard Tom Wolfe was speaking at Lincoln Center. Well, of course we're going to throw poo at him.
Yeah.
Spice
Oh,
plant.
you know what? That does remind me. I saw there was like a behind-the-scenes snippet where it showed like the actors reciting lines, and there was apparently an alternate take of that line about the Tom Wolfe was speaking at Lincoln Center. I won't say there was another name that they used originally. I'm not going to say what the name is, but let's just say I get the feeling that that's a take that people would be in love with nowadays.
Was it really a certain figure who is amassed in the public knowledge as of late.
Yes, I'll just say that.
Wow. We need to find. I want that audio clip now. To
Maybe
share.
we'll
That
talk
sounds
about
amazing.
that
If
after
you have the-
recording.
Yeah, like,
Can we not? I want to.
if you have the
tonight.
DVD, you should find it easily.
Okay. Go ahead, James.
No, I was just saying. Can we not? I want to sleep tonight.
Fine. Well, I think it's
It's
fun.
fine.
I think it's funny throwing poo anyway.
That's.
All right, now we got enough.
Well, throwing poo is
spikes.
one thing.
Shit flinging is another.
Fine. Fair enough. Let's go feed this elephant some spice where no one will notice.
Sayonara.
Happy num nums.
Oh no!
Oh, that's not
It
happy.
was ice
gone
cream
angry.
score, too.
He's gonna explode.
Off he goes.
All the more paradoxical considering
That is
the
a
feature
very
slide villain is-
hokey run cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I'm surprised the elephant didn't crush that bridge under his weight
By the way, that
Yeah,
was
that
just
was
one elephant.
Yeah, they have more.
on this mission.
What is that?
This one sucks. So this is okay. So to talk about the dialogue a little bit, this bug, when it flaps its wings, it flaps in a sort of electronic frequency that Bentley can then trace and be able to basically. It's kind of like the
Hello.
can with.
Sly.
Oh,
that,
Your
that's the
hat.
Oh,
hat
he's
thing
doing
again.
he's doing the hat
the hat.
animation.
Oh
again.
my god, this again.
There's so there.
I love when that
Wait, wait.
happens.
Just bloop, bloop.
You know, Sly's
His-
just so befuddled that Bentley wants us to bug Rajan's office with a bug that he just takes off his hat with his own mind.
Your argument is invalid.
It's a,
My-
His
it's a
hat
huge
is
head scratcher to him.
sentient.
Every now and then should keep our little
welcome back to Sly
friend
Cooper Odyssey. The hat is alive. So this bug, basically, it's like that old trick you take with a can and two cans and a string, where like the frequency you can hear sound and everything. Basically, this bug is fragile, so you can't get hit while carrying it. And if you do not put it in water, it will make noise that will then begin constantly attracting guards to your location.
Oh, calm
down there.
Oh, calm down. No need to pull a temper tantrum now.
Yeah,
Way.
that's basically what it's doing. Just find a small body of water to put it in there.
Go for a swim.
Yeah,
Right. So right there, what I just did is I just kind of ran quickly. They expect you to actually run this huge gauntlet around the whole jungle. I didn't want to deal with that, so I just kind of like did a little shortcut, which does like activate it. Unfortunately. Oh boy.
You know, admittedly,
oh boy.
I understand the whole planting a bug pun, but couldn't Bentley have created his own device to get his own form of communication?
Lack of resources?
Bullshit.
After I was the one who had to pay all the money to ferry
He has
the
an
band
unlimited
to
supply
India.
of sleep darts and bombs and remote control helicopters with
Well, that's not
machine
as bad.
guns attached.
To
That's
quote,
all
to
the-
quote,
Sorry.
I was gonna say, to quote Mrs. Puff, "Don't ask questions you're not ready for the answers."
Thank you, Bow for Bikini Bottom.
Okay, let's calm down.
Yeah, this is one part that always kind of gets me. It's a little tricky to get up there.
You're
Well,
supposed to go
isn't there
another
another
but I'm
way
just gonna
around?
again speed run it. There is, but I'm speed running. Oh, hello, Mr. Jeffrey.
Bye, Mr. Jeffrey.
He followed me. Die. Yeah, by the way, I got all the way to this point and I died right here. And if you die, you have to restart the whole mission.
Oh.
That one snake caught me off guard. It sucks. There we go. He'll never notice this bug suddenly here.
It's just part of the wildlife. I mean, he's already got snakes in his room. Why not bugs?
Right. Also while we're here,
There's the
Vault.
save.
Okay, hold up. When Bentley said he's
Wait a
genius,
minute. Wait a minute. Where'd you get the other two food bottles?
I thought I got them already.
Off screen.
Oh, well, because I didn't. I guess I missed them. Because
Maybe I forgot to edit them in.
Yeah, you forgot to add them in because you ended that part with only 28 clue bottles.
Well, I'm not going back.
Oh,
for
here's
that.
a good one.
Voltage attack.
Ooh,
Basically, you can pretty much instantly kill anything with it.
gnarly.
Really? It's probably one hell of an energy sucker if you use it though. Oh, Jesus
Jesus.
Christ, like you.
Oops.
What do you got?
I forgot-
What do you got? A bad case of cold feet?
Were you feeling hot under the collar?
No. Okay, if I can find the footage, I'll go back and edit that into the last part. But
Only if you want to, man. I mean, it's been so long. I'd say don't even bother.
it's a long area. They're all over
Booby
the
trap.
place. You can. Yep. So I don't know if I think I showed this off already. Yeah. Get
I
back
want to
home.
say you did, but it's still so fucking stupid. Like, why booby trap your own treasure?
No,
Explosives.
To make sure thieves don't get it.
Well, now you get rid of the treasure. You should have placed a tracer on it.
Alright,
That
well,
way you
we're
can
running
track them down
back
to their
with,
hideout, get
with
all
a
the
bomb
treasure.
strapped to our back. While we're running back with a bomb strapped to our back, I'd like to explain why I was giggling at
yes,
that
go ahead.
last part where we were planting the bug. When Bentley said he's a genius, my mind instantly flashed to that one episode of Futurama with the brain spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And you get that one shot of Professor Farnsworth sitting in between like a Newton's cradle with his head nestled in between, where it's like, ow, ow, I'm a genius, ow.
I remember. Ow! I remember that. I remember that bit. Sleep.
I don't know why. I just had this idea of like, what if Billy West was the voice of Bentley?
I could. He'd have to go with a much more lively.
I feel like it probably sounded a little too similar to his well, maybe it'd be like a younger Farnsworth, or maybe he could just go somewhere along the lines of Stimpy.
Just go straight Farnsworth.
This mission gave me such anxiety.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So this mission, we need to basically get some plans from Rajan, 3 of them. And the way this works is that if he ever spots you once, you lose immediately. And I think there's checkpoints for each one you get, maybe. However, my sleep darts, as he's saying, we can't just shoot him normally.
What? How are you gonna get at those blueprints?
I'm not!
Has an insatiable appetite for Indian
Ooh, melons.
But you are.
So wait, are we going the whole Yiga clan route now?
More or less.
Somewhat.
But wait, watermelon, not bananas.
We're just going to distract him with watermelon? Oh, I'm sorry, hydromelon.
Right. So the way this works is you gotta shoot. Okay, so here's where it gets really hard and where it can really mess you up if you're not careful with it. Whenever you fire a dart for the rest of this level, it will make a sound that will pretty much announce the location of wherever it hits to everyone. So let me just tell you right now. If you are shooting over a ledge and you accidentally hit the platform you're standing on, you're screwed.
Thankfully, you didn't commit that mistake.
I did it once or twice back in my old days.
I get that feeling all the time in Splatoon.
And he just eats the whole damn thing.
No.
Oh boy.
And it makes him a sleepy cat.
When you run at him and get
Who
the
knew that
blueprints.
watermelon would act as a form of narcotics?
I didn't know either. Thank you.
Hi! Got
Thank
it!
you, everyone. Oh,
Run!
jeez. Back away.
Oh, wait.
They're
Yeah, I
supposed
was
to
about
back
to
up
say,
immediately.
'cause
Yeah, they're supposed to back up immediately, otherwise he will detect you.
You know, now that I listen to
yeah,
this some more, it sounds like...
that's kind of a sucker punch thing. Tish.
Get it?
Get it? Because this game was made by Sucker
I
Punch?
get it.
Oh, I was hoping you would shoot him in the arm.
Ooh, that was
It's
close.
like, what the heck?
No, shoot him
Maybe-
in the back. You fucking
I think if you
backstabber.
hit- I think if you hit him, he goes after you. I don't think you can hit him. I don't know.
I just
Maybe.
noticed the sound effects when you hit him in, when he chews that watermelon. That's a
No.
really weird sound effect.
Wait, what
Time
is-
to go.
That's a what sound
When
effect?
when he takes like an initial bite of the watermelon, it makes a really weird sound effect.
Oh, he doesn't like the sound effect. There's the melon.
I'm a stickler for good sound design, yo.
Well, speaking of sound design,
It's juicy. It's really wet and juicy. It's a watermelon.
Ew.
well, hey, speaking of juicy sound effects, like every time I hear the darts ricochet off of something, I immediately think of the fruit pickup sound from Pac-Man.
And you're gonna
Yeah,
shoot
you
that
heard
bus?
that, right?
No.
Okay.
I
But
just
yeah,
noticed
I-
that monkey beside him is frozen in time.
Yeah.
Old Jeffrey will live forever.
Well, he's found. He's
Goodbye,
gone to sleep.
Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's gone his comeuppance. The saga's done.
The blueprints, they have been stolen.
Don't look behind you. I've left my mark.
He left a Bentley treat.
Great field work, Bentley.
No, I'm just suddenly thinking. For some reason, I'm just suddenly thinking of him being all like, like in Crash 3 when when you're in the pyramid levels, you get hit by those spikes or whatever that extend up, and the Crash just jumps up and just clings onto the ceiling like a fraidy cat.
Aw.
That's
Yes,
really what I'm
there
thinking
we
with Rajan here, except he has nothing to cling on to.
He clings onto the
He
sky.
clings onto the moon.
Wow.
No, he clings
Yeah,
onto
but
the sky, it breaks apart, and he has to repair it with duct tape.
Join us in
I've
the
seen that
next.
episode too, Leaky.
Join us in the next part where we help to continue our plan to thwart Shere Khan's evil schemes.
In deepest,
Bye.
darkest India.
I didn't know we were playing a Tailspin spinoff. It's Yeah, till next time, guys.
Man, this is really living.